All right, here we go. Paul Herrera against Gary Goodridge in our final quarterfinal bout. And here is Herrera. Now, we've talked about disciples of Shamrock. Here's a disciple of Tank Abbott, part of the Huntington Beach crew. A University of Nebraska All-America in wrestling, but way back in 1990 at 142 pounds. He's also a two-time judo champion.
Well, he is trained with Tank Abbott, but he is a very good wrestler. He is not afraid to go to the ground. He says he's a takedown artist, taking people off their feet. Certainly training with Tank and a Mark Schultz, he has good wrestling prowess. He also likes to say he's a street fighter, and he says Tank's the best on the street. He feels that's going to help him, and he may bleed from a previous cut, something he suffered in training. He likes to submit using chokes, forearms, and ankle locks.
He's small, 185 pounds, the smallest competitor in the competition, 29 years of age. He's got a BA in communications from Nebraska. And he's been working out full-time for 6 months. He was actually with Tank Abbott when Tank went to Utah to train for the ultimate. Herrera has put his modeling and acting career on hold because it was going nowhere. And now Gary Goodridge, Big Daddy, will make his way to the octagon. The 1993 Canadian Amateur Super Heavyweight Boxing Champion. His discipline, Kuk Sulwan. Size differential here. Goodridge with the huge arms. 258 pounds of muscle. An arm wrestler who once beat 1,000 men in a row. I don't know about that. In 2 hours in Japan, in 2 hours?
Well, I'm wondering about martial arts and what arm wrestling has to do with it, but that's something he puts on his resume.
Here's a look at Gary Goodridge.
Well, Gary's very strong with his upper body, of course, with that arm wrestling background, but his ground skills are limited. He considers himself a knockout puncher, and unlike some of the fighters, he believes striking on the ground is effective.
So it's Goodridge and Herrera. Final quarter-final bout. Wrestling and Kuk Sulwan.
Paul Herrera feels he's quick, and against a bigger opponent should be able to beat him to the punch.
Here's Richie Goins.
Ladies and gentlemen, our fourth bout of the evening. Please welcome an All-American wrestler from Grand Junction, Colorado, 29 years old, 5'10", 185 pounds, an All-American from the University of Nebraska, two-time junior college champion. They call him the Wonder Dog, Paul Herrera. And his opponent, 6'3", 258 pounds, 30 years old with a fourth-degree black belt in the art of Kuk Sulwan, the 1993 Canadian Amateur Super Heavyweight Boxing Champion. Let's hear it for Big Daddy, Gary Goodridge.
Well, there's no doubt there's a huge differential here once again in size. Kuk Sulwan, by the way, a Korean martial arts, a lot of kicking, striking, joint locks, and chokes. 6'3", Goodridge has the height advantage by 5, and the weight advantage by 73. Colorado and Canada.
One thing you don't see, Bruce, underneath that gi is a set of arms that is huge. He clearly is way more powerful than Paul Herrera.
And quickly Herrera shoots the leg.
And Herrera's a very good grappler here.
Oh my, elbows in number by Goodridge, and that is it. Goodridge went pounding to Herrera's head with those elbows.
Boy, that was fast.
Wow.
That was short and sweet.
That was explosive.
I'm not sure which one took him out. They were so quick in such rapid succession. I think John got in there as quick as he could, but he looks to be all right. He's moving. He's talking to the doctor.
He got caught in almost that spread position with his arms to his side, and when released, he wanted to turn to the leg, and that allowed Goodridge that opportunity to sink those elbows in there.
This is something I've said all along. You can use your elbows and your knees against a grappler, not your hands and your feet. Those short elbows used like that in rapid succession, you cannot deal with that on the inside like that. Some ferocity there, and it was repeated blows by Gary Goodridge against a much smaller opponent. And the doctor's staff is taking a quick look at him, and a good look. It looks to be a problem with his jaw. He may have had his jaw broken. It happens in boxing matches and kickboxing. They seem to be holding his neck to make sure that's okay. But I saw him take those blows on the side, and